Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Do you hear me now? Because I think it was coming through the desktop audio. Through my monitor. Check in, check in. Does it work now? I also disabled the portrait mode. I was like, yeah, I swear that was also giving trouble. I'm gonna... Where's the rope? Okay. It's popping up in the stream much faster. Sweet. I'll take it. I'll definitely take that because I try like it's so. Do you want to do all this cool stuff? Yet somehow, you always you always get screwed somehow, like in some in some of these ways, and that is just so annoying. But and usually I have like noise canceling in my mic because of the Nvidia. Yeah, my environment. Yeah, exactly. My environment always kind of keeps pushing back. And that's probably like the most demoralizing thing of it all. Okay, NVIDIA broadcast is there. Hey, Toxic Predator, hello. Checking, please. It worked. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Can you still hear me, Rick? Let me know. Yeah. Pardon the 3 notifications you probably got, Toxic, of going live. It's one of those days. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, the NVIDIA mic is all back in. Welcome, Freya. Good to see you. All right. Okay, so we're going to give another shot to this Valkyrie bitch. So, the upgrades. Got them all? Yes, that was beautiful. That was such a lucky block. Holy crap. I almost got that block. No, come on! Are you kidding me? You're supposed to grab her. Oh, trust me, Rick, I know, because I played this in Gimme God of War back on the PS4. So, I like, this one took me forever because of the, because of all those enemies.
Why were you trapped?
I am uncertain. My mind still.
Yeah, and
fragmented.
multiply those 5 by 20 and
The
Gimme God of War.
Valkyr. It is the last thing I remember.
The what?
Valhalla awaits. I must return.
But I'll say beating this game in Gimme God of War difficulty was probably one of the most satisfying things I've ever done in a game that wasn't even tied to a trophy. It felt even more satisfying because I did it without it being a trophy incentive.
What is that, Mimir?
It's a council chamber of sorts, hidden away in Midgard. The Valkyries would often need a place to confer outside of Odin's prying eyes.
The damage inflicted on all
They
bare
thought
handed
themselves properly concealed, but the All-Father sees all, so the saying goes.
Where is
This
it?
time I didn't even use a
Remember the
revive
room with the
rock,
8
so this one
thrones?
better.
I think so. We've been to a lot of different places.
It's to the left of the two oarsmen statue.
That's what I wanted, the Talisman of the Realms.
I didn't call it out for what it was at the time. I didn't know for sure.
Think we'll find out why the Valkyries are like this?
That chamber held
Yeah,
a
I
special
did it
significance
like
for them.
like you
We'll
don't
find something
need.
there, I'm certain of
They
it.
didn't even give like if you see the trophy count, like where is it? Let me see. Like the game hub. Like they never added like a new game plus requirement for the trophies. So unlike like what they did with Horizon and Spider-Man, that you could even get at least one trophy out of playing it in the harder difficulty. They didn't do that with God of War, and I still did it. And I found it just as satisfying, not more satisfying than just getting a platinum trophy, because it was playing one of the hardest things that I played in my life, and beating it. I still haven't dared do it in Ragnarok because it's a much longer game. And I don't know if in Ragnarok you ever did the Dead Kings that are basically that game's version of the Valkyries. They're much harder than these, and you fight two of them at the same time. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do that there. And I feel doing it that way for me is why I consider this game one of my favorite games ever, because if I was willing to do that without a trophy, at a time where I was still doing a lot of trophy stuff, that to me said a lot.
Boy.
I didn't think anything could get through all that hell bramble.
But I also have to preface, I did that during the pandemic. During the pandemic, you would do literally everything to stay entertained. So that probably aided why I was able to do that.
Bow.
And obviously Ragnarok came out at a time where we get way too many games, so much harder to want to commit to that now. And also its New Game Plus came out way too late for my taste. Murder of Crows. Like at that point, we had started the deluge of games in 2023 when the New Game Plus came out, so that's why I didn't go back to it, and that gaslit myself into being like, why am I not going back to this game? Did I really did not like it? That kind of conversation was starting to pop in my head. Like considering I gave it my game of the year in 2022, so. But the difference is that the attention economy was way different. Nick is currently streaming. You're trying to watch both, but you think we're gonna get cross-eyed. Hey, yeah, it's like that would happen. Appreciate it, Rick. So. I saw that it was starting to pick up the numbers before like the stream collapsed. You know how lucky I get with that. Tears Temple we go. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, yeah. I bet that person may show up in the YouTube side of the stream sometime also, so.
Ah, see? The boat washed ashore. Someone did call the serpent earlier.
Get in. I will pull.
Yeah, probably not after.
You are quiet.
For
You're
catastrophizing.
not better.
By saying enjoy
Guess.
Game Pass while it lasts.
I know you overheard my talk with Freya. You think you understand, but you do not.
Because surely killing first-party studios, freezing
Why do you say nothing?
third-party deals that were on their way, is a sign that day one is still
You said
gonna
I was
happen.
cursed.
Surely.
You think I'm weak because I'm not like you. I know I was never what you wanted. But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
Okay, yeah. That
You
surely.
do not know everything, boy.
them about to close a lot of
No.
first-party teams or
At
offloading
least I
them,
know the truth now.
Truth.
and also freezing future third-party deals that were like on their way to completion, is a sign that Game Pass is still gonna remain as
I'm
it
a
is.
god, boy.
Surely.
From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is,
Surely, surely,
I
surely.
was born a god. And so were you. Boy, have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
Can you turn into an animal?
I turned into a wolf.
No. No, I do not think so.
I'm a god. Mother knew? She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god. Why did you wait so long to tell me?
Wasn't ready.
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god. It
The
can
more I
be a
replay this, the more
lifetime
hyped I'm
of
getting for
anguish and
Lawfay,
tragedy.
Rick.
That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Turn invisible? I don't feel like a god.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time,
The thing, it could have happened
Right.
this year, Rick, but GTA 6 had to like deliver the nuclear wasteland.
You sure I can't turn into a wolf?
you are welcome to surprise me.
With the fact that they had all this marketing
Is this why
beats
you're
ready.
voices sometimes? You sure you've never heard any?
Thanks, Freya. Enjoy time at work.
No
And
surprise. Every
if
god
you
is
find the
unique.
time to lurk there,
So
go for
maybe
it.
I won't get strong like father, but I'll have abilities all my own.
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young.
Yeah, feel free to join there.
Time
You're always
alone
welcome,
will
Freya.
tell what else you'll become capable of.
Have fun and be careful on the way there.
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently. I wonder who else knew I was a god. Freya for sure. Rock and Sindri?
They do not need to know.
Baldur! Does he know? Is that why he's after us? Do you know him from before?
The day of your mother's funeral was the first I ever saw Baldur. That is the truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Gerswald.
Baldur could show up again on
I mean,
on
we're
Lawfay.
gods. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
I will show you.
Yeah, Atreus, we're mainlining right now, Atreus. Because I have
Let's
Mr.
try
Elliot to attend
Without
to.
interruptions.
But yeah, Rick, like with
we go
the
again.
ferocity of the way they've been promoting Lawfay and the PlayStation socials, it's like
Death itself I swallow.
it feels like they had all of that ready for this year,
Oh,
right?
I like that one. I wonder if I wrote it.
Is that the answer there?
It says Earth.
Swallows death, brings forth life.
I think March and April would be the
Yeah.
time because Sony Santa Monica always releases games in March and April. The only one they didn't was Ragnarok.
I wish I'd
Both
known
because
I
of the
was an elf.
pandemic
I
and
wouldn't have felt so bad about killing so many elves.
Well, I'm not sure that's the lesson.
You've done nothing to regret.
the fact
elves
that it was
forced
like
their
Odin's
effects upon
Day
us.
on November.
No, I get
so.
it now. We had God things to do. And they were in the way, dragging us into their little problems.
Again, are we just leaving that there?
I mean, just knowing we're gods makes me feel so much stronger.
Maybe you feel a little too good right now. With power comes a big choice, lad. You can either serve yourself or put your godhood
Yeah,
in
it's
the
so
service of
weird to
others,
think a
like
God of War
Tyr
game
did.
People really love
on a
him, huh?
November.
Aye,
Like, for the
God
first
of
time in the
War,
series history.
one who fought for peace. Had a reputation for being heroic and lawful, using his power and knowledge to stop wars rather than start them.
So there are good gods.
Once in a moon, it's been known to happen, yes?
This one mentions places I've never heard of. Seems Tyr really liked to travel.
Tyr believed the mind, not might, was key to preventing war and chaos. And he also knew visiting other cultures would give him perspective staying in one place could not. While Odin always hoarded knowledge, guarding it jealously,
Ah,
Tyr
this
was
game is so
open
good.
to sharing with his learning and his wisdom. For this, mortals adored Tyr, showing their love by bringing him gifts the world over.
So, whatever happened to Tyr?
Odin came to regard him as a threat to his rule. He suspected Tyr of collaborating to aid the Giants instead of helping to steal their secrets for the Aesir. Same thing he accused me of, frankly. Though in Tyr's case, I believe he was right.
You think Tyr was helping the Giants?
I do. He felt responsible for the suffering visited
Yep.
upon them by Odin.
Yep.
I suspect he had something to do with
And
helping
that
them
pays
cover
off
their
in
tracks.
Valhalla.
The missing Jotunheim town.
Correct.
The weapons,
Whatever happened, I believe it
the
could
weapons
only have
that
been done with
Tyr
Tyr
uses
and the
against
Giants
you are
working
from those
together.
pantheons. Yeah, because you know in Valhalla you have to do a couple rounds, like you have to beat him like 4 times. Every time that you go back to him, he uses a different weapon. That if you pay attention to that weapon is from those pantheons. So it's all this really clever seeding
Don't know. I've never
they've been
been there.
doing. You should try. Valhalla is so good. But I think you also are weird with roguelikes, right? So I understand why you wouldn't
Has to
have.
be it. Naturally.
It is exactly why I like Valhalla, because I'm also very not fan.
broken,
Not,
though.
it's very particular the roguelikes I end up liking. Like Hades does that thing. Like Hades and Valhalla are the ones that I like because
Where do you think the winds
the
are?
reward is seeing story
winds of what?
constantly be
Oh,
progressing
we
despite
forgot to mention
losing.
that. When you were sick, we went to Helheim to get your cure.
You did?
Terrible experience, by the by. Your dad picked up a new trick, though, with a little help.
Rose is there too? We'll get back to this later.
It's not just progression; it's just the narrative by itself is what makes Hades what it is. Because if it didn't have that, it wouldn't have liked it nearly as much.
Undo from my homeland.
But I personally prefer
Used to have
Valhalla
one
more
back in the
because
day.
of my bias for
You should
God of
take it,
War
boy.
and continuing the God of War story.
We might need to butter bread somewhere on our travels.
This is why no one likes you. Move it, or you may lose it, brother.
Yeah, it's kind of a post-game mode instead of the whole. Yeah, that helps it a lot because it adds variety to the gameplay. It distills the Ragnarok experience too to its best element, which is the combat.
Well, that's unfriendly.
Look, small passages on either side. Perfect for the boy.
It's too small for father.
No. Fine.
Careful, brother. Rhea's not here to bring you back. Cutting too.
Quiet.
Look at that!
Nothing like the smell of a great fermented wine.
What'd you find?
Enough distraction.
I think that's also from
Must
another of
forget
the
why we are
pantheons. I don't know if Egypt or Mongolian. Yeah, I think Egypt. Yeah. Because that has hieroglyphics in it. Yeah, you can't quite see them from here. It's a scarab, look. That's clearly Egyptian.
That's from a great desert land, very far from here.
Yep.
Do gods live there?
Oh my, yes. Many, many gods.
Good or bad?
And not as simple as that, I'm afraid.
Love it. Love it. And now we're getting all that payoff in Lofei. Exactly. Puzzle game with combat, right? And by the way, Rick, I went to listen back to that conversation. Guess what difficulty you played on too? Because, I quote, I only wanted to play this to experience the story.
Set you off.
It is not important.
Seemed important to you.
The rationals. You need not dwell on my words.
Wow. That was almost an apology. Well, I guess you do like
And again, I'm not against the inclusion of easy difficulties in games. In fact, like, I welcome them if they can let others play. Don't then try to be an authority in speaking about games if that's how you want to play. That's always been my thing. Know your lane. Don't pretend.
Look, I just want to know the truth now. Okay? I don't care if it hurts me or not. I want to learn. Just because you hate being a god doesn't mean I have to.
Exactly. That's why those difficulties are there, but... Oh, got that. Oh, I got it. Sweet. Okay, here's the third one. I think the other one is over here. Let's see. Yep.
More small passages.
I know.
I can't watch, brother. Good luck.
100%. And I did it for a long time. Like, that really wasn't until I got good that I started to like them. And I fully accept that. I shouldn't have done that. And Rick, you should have seen the face of the PR rep when he beat the demo so quick. Like... and openly flaunt. Yeah,
And I thought those
especially
saws were
openly
scary.
flaunt. About that.
Look! It's the wolf giants. Skull and Hati.
That's right. The bringers of day and night.
Ragnarok begins when they catch the sun and moon. Right? Have you seen them?
I don't know. Like them well enough to cover a massive hole in his vault with them, though.
That's right, I have to bring the thing this way. Oh, never mind.
Don't you enjoy it at all? Being a god?
No
On an
boy.
adventure in some amazing place? Maybe Mother wanted us to have a little fun. Everything we've seen and done. Maybe it was her gift. I don't see another trap for the,
Winds of Hell? Maybe we can get up to one of those balconies for a better look.
Thanks for the tip, Mir.
Ready yourself, boy.
Oh no! What? I need to see that. Please, link it to me in the Discord, please. I need to see it. I have it open here on my phone.
All set. Need more time.
Glad I'm on your side.
What of these?
Thought is faster than wind.
Perhaps this isn't about speed at all. Is there someplace else the winds can go?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's one of his worst takes in a sea of horrendous takes.
You know, for someone so loved, Tyr sure was paranoid.
Aye. Thanks to Odin, with good reason.
But he seemed like he cooled off on hating it after playing Alan Wake 2. So I think Control is a much more fun game. I think Alan Wake 2 is the very definition of Oscar bait, I would say. I think it's an artistic and storytelling achievement, but it's not a fun game to play.
Ah, clever.
It's the kind of thing made to attract awards and all of that, and that game won a bunch of awards, if you remember. Even though BG3 took a lot of them that year. And I'd say the story is definitely like a little smarter than Control, but Control is a more fun video game. It's a much cooler video game. I would rather replay Control than Alan Wake 2.
The rune stuff. It's lowering. What's going on?
Trap!
Father!
Boy, get out of here!
I'm fine. How do we get you out?
Pull chains on the wall.
What? There are 3 of them. What do I do?
Atreus, focus! You can do this!
Please hurry. I don't know yet if I can drown.
Okay, think. Hades the Silverworm, he hunts them, skulls gold, and he chases the sun. For Ragnarok to happen, they have to eat them. These are out of order.
Good boy!
So the moon goes on the left, sun on the right, with Midgard in the middle, but which bar do I pull?
Right! Middle, quickly!
Yeah, kind of like what I mean with Alan Wake is like Alan Wake 2 is more creative in how it tells its story, I would say, but like the actual like sci-fi-ness of Control is cooler.
The middle!
Gotta get them in order. Moon left, sun right. With
Middle, quickly!
Yeah.
Left!
moon on the left, sun on the right. Midgard in the
Middle bar! The left!
Yeah, Control is one of the most creative like AAA games in existence. Like in vibes and
Midgard sun. Moon, Midgard sun.
and how it presents itself as a third-person shooter.
Did it!
And I'm hoping they are able to do that creativity as an action game with what we've seen.
Yes, that's something.
Stop, stop! Wait! What's that big chain for? Father, above you!
Yeah, with control with the powers, yes, for sure. And if they had player expression there, and now they're doing an action game, like character-based action game where it's all about player expression,
A knife.
I know.
I think they already had the bones for
But
it,
it saved
like,
you.
inside.
That was cunning, boy.
The ring's free. I think we did it.
Aye. Let's go see what Tyr's got for us.
No, Freya's protection ring. It rubbed off. There it is. We've got
Yeah,
it.
I think Control may be my number one, if I'm perfectly honest. GTA is my academic, I'll play it when it's out. But not personal excitement. Though I did reinstall GTA 5 today.
On the day you were born, I made 2 knives, mixing metals from my home and from this land. One for myself, and when you were ready, one for you. Today is that day.
So I'm Amanda. Like you?
No. We are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater. And you must be better than me. Understand? Say it.
You will be better.
The power of this weapon, any weapon, comes from here. But only when tempered by this. By the discipline, the self-control of the one who wields it. That is where the true strength of a warrior lies. You must never forget that. Good then. Come.
Freya.
Blank.
Wait!
The room. Did you see it?
Yes!
Are you certain?
I got it. Trust me.
Good then. Aim for the face.
Sorry! Ready to go?
Why is this guy recharging health? That's it from this guy. I see, he recharges from the other guy. Then the left of Frost.
He was big. But no match.
That's what I was hoping for. Doctor's Rage. Stronger.
For us gods.
I have beaten.
And the thing, Rick, I think the gunplay in Control is
troll.
pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I
I'll
still
turn
feel
around.
Remedy's
Which way is the
worst
sand
playing
wall back
game
up?
besides Alan Wake 2, like gameplay wise, is Quantum Break. Because I feel like Control was the game that really fulfilled like what Quantum Break was trying to do, like gunplay wise and power wise too. Oh yeah, see, the powers is the... Yeah, exactly. Quantum Break is probably the Remedy's worst playing game, I would say. Considering, like, the subject matter. Same here. Also, a horrendous final boss. And, like, Quantum Break is one of those games that the final boss really, like, soured. Soured a lot of that game. And the whole movie and... it's kind of like Alan Wake 2, I feel, better nailed what Quantum Break was trying to do, like, as a mixture of mediums. The, yeah, like, the TV side is not a 30-minute bore. It mixed and matched everything, like, one without forgetting it was a game. Whereas in Quantum Break, it was basically like hijacking, like a TV show was hijacking the game every act. So should they all remain with the other one? I think I'm good now with what was here. Oh yes. They're definitely much better now on the Xbox Series X. But back on the Xbox One era, that thing chugged. But it was also kind of a technical achievement on the poor hardware that was the Xbox One.
We're so close to the end.
Sit. Limnian wine. The island of Lemnos. Near the place of my birth.
Lemnos.
Yeah, it was reconstructed 720p.
To a journey's end.
They were doing image reconstruction before that
Really?
became a thing with machine learning.
Smells like rotten eggs.
I think Digital Foundry
Is it
calls
still
it
good?
temporal injection, I think.
Possibly.
So I was getting to 1080p and reconstructing for 720p images, I remember. It was a nice bottle. I love this scene so much.
Father, why did you leave your home and come here?
So it was a mass
Does it
murderer.
have to do with the other gods there? It's just, you hate the gods so much. But Tyr proves that gods can be good. And you're good. You only killed those deserving, right?
Insert Julia Louis-Dreyfus
But who's
nervous
worthy enough
laugher.
to judge?
Quiet, head. We are. We know better.
Ah, sounding more like your da by the moment.
Exactly.
Ready.
Ready.
Come.
I think I'm gonna like being a god.
So what you wish for, kid?
We go where we want. We do
By the
what
way,
we
Rick, do
want,
you get
and now
at
we're
least
gonna
in
go see the
Valhalla? Do you
giant.
get to see Helios?
Having learned that
I love when he
travel
shows up
means
in that
we
DLC.
can now head back to the gateway on top of the
Hey,
peak
look
and
who's
put that
back
magic
up and
chisel to
about.
good use.
Didn't I tell
Nobody's
you it'd
getting
be
away this
fine?
time. Come on.
I love it's the same actor they got for
Let's
the
do
Helios.
Bring those bags soon. I got
Over
plans.
neck. Yeah. So, depending on how many times you fight Tyr, is how you can calculate how far in you were with the main loop, the main story loop. And there's still more stuff to do after you beat it. So,
Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of those.
Zero. He's tough. Yeah, like, Tyr is not an easy one. Silver. Yep. You
Good
certainly
to
well
see
metal
you
plate,
sweating
but
the details.
here's less unity gauntlets. Can it get to level 5 is what I need to know. Yeah. Yeah, the other one's leaving.
I'm sure that's a load off your mind.
Already some purple. This is leaving too. Yeah, you probably have to. You probably fought him once, and he probably beat you. And I can imagine he beat you because of your propensity to always want to play in hard. So I can imagine he really kicked your butt the first time. So because he is, yeah, but because you have to beat him 4 times, like in harder difficulty, he is tough. Like he really is tough. Like no joke.
Okay, if that'll hold you for now.
Start selling the green stuff. I think he beats you the first time, or I think you can beat him the first time. Like, I think it can go either way, but don't quote me on that. We'll eventually get there in the streams. Aldrin, if a true warrior. This one.
Proudly, you
For
son of a
sure.
bitch.
That's a true warrior.
Big with the prize.
This one. This armor, we're going to... Did I have Gauntlets of the Traveler already?
Something for the boy?
Gauntlets of the True Warrior can go to 3 sockets.
Now don't scuff that up.
Absolutely. Sucking. Yeah, we need to.
Don't be too careful now. Good stuff. Well, see you next time.
Time to my least favorite part, which is socket time. There's shard. Good frenzy. Blade frenzy. There we go. And sockets for a Fury and Mark of the Ranger. Sockets for Defense Vitality. Strength. There we go. Purple there. Awesome enough. The realms. That I like setting them on fire. For this one. Get more magic combat. Get more upgrades for this thing, so no.
You need something.
Back to the mountain we go. There should be 2 Valkyries on the way, if I remember correctly. So I'll do those. Yo, Heidi, welcome! Welcome back from the lurk. Ooh, can I be these witches now? Should be high level.
I'm gonna tell Sindri I'm a god. I just like to see the look on his face.
No, I may have kept your secret too long, but now you will keep our secret.
Yeah, it's free from work. Awesome. Yeah, glad to have you here. It's going good. Stream started a little rocky with internet problems, but restarting my computer and oh shoot, I let myself get killed there. But restarting my computer and fixing in the streaming encoder seems to have fixed stuff, so everything's going fine. It's been going fine for the last hour, so thankful for that. But yeah, it was a little rough early on, but we're here.
Here we go!
Here, you witch. Currently doing 2 streams, yeah. Like I tell you, like that's the backbone how a lot of people love. Like that's how a lot of people support other streamers. They lurk on many, so highly appreciate that. I'm one of them. Same with what you were doing earlier, Rick, with Nick. Is he still streaming? Do you know? Yeah, I remember usually like around the time that when I was streaming later than I do now, since I'm not doing earlier. Yeah, he always seemed like he was offline when I was going live, so it makes sense. Is he on the East Coast, Eric? Not East Coast, but EST,
we have
Michigan.
what we are.
Makes sense, yeah.
Secrets are Odin's way.
Similar to
Wouldn't
you,
we open?
so.
Like Tyr?
Tyr kept secrets too, for good reasons. To protect people. It is wiser to be discreet.
That doesn't mean you should lie to your friends. Or your family.
I'm sure Sindri would understand and do the same, lad. So, lad, excited to finally see the land of the giants?
Yeah, but also sad the journey's almost over. Oh, what if we get to Jotunheim and there aren't any giants there either?
Makes little difference to us. Fulfilling your mother's wish is what is important.
Ah! Oh, don't go anywhere. Be with you in 2 shakes.
Father, can I tell him?
No.
Tell me what? Did you put this wheel in your mouth? Oh God, I'll vomit. I'm not kidding. I'll throw up on it.
It is nothing. A family matter.
Oh. Oh, I can tell you a thing or two about family matters.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems!
All right. That hurt a
Very
little.
direct, but okay.
Let's have a look at your gear then.
I love that armor, how it looks so far.
Can't guarantee you'll like my work today.
Breath of Tamar.
You sure you wouldn't prefer Brock help you instead?
Go with that. Let's get one more second there.
Thick skin.
War belt of the Traveler.
Your armor's strong. Good advice.
Can I get to 6? Okay, yeah. I'll upgrade that later. Still don't have enough money to upgrade the Thanos Gauntlet.
Wow. He deigns to let me help him. Swell.
that was gonna stop us? Okay, which way up?
Taking the long way. Because we're gonna go fight a Valkyrie.
Broken again. You know, I'm starting to question Sindri's saying. Maybe Brock was right all along.
It is definitely Atreus that is most annoying. But it makes sense for the story because he just got the news that he's like an all powerful deity, so he's got poop on his head right now.
Why did you speak to the dwarf like that?
Aren't you sick of hearing about him and his brother?
Of course. But it serves nothing to make an enemy of him.
He should know the truth, even if it hurts.
It was needless and unkind.
Truth is more important than kindness.
Your mother would disagree.
She wasn't a god.
Look it for there.
Behind you! Behind you, brother!
Enough of these guys.
Okay, what we got? Still another.
Why don't you let me carry her up from here?
No.
Why not? We're almost there.
Fastest and fastest. Nah. Cyclone of Chaos.
You know I can
is
handle it.
working.
Can you? After the way you spoke of her, I question that.
What? That she wasn't a god?
She was better than a god, and you shall not dishonor her.
Fine. Carry her yourself.
Yes, yes, Rick. Like, oh man, I'm actually gonna mention to that when I finish streaming. Be like, playing that part in God of War makes me think this is what Emrys is gonna do to you in a few years. Are you ready? Yeah, but this game's gonna hit so different now for him if he ever replays it. My money. Mm-hmm. Especially like Death Stranding 2 100% did last year when he was still toddler. And
we're gonna save her, right?
If by save her you mean brutally rip her wings off, then
My vote
And
is
there's many
aye.
parts there,
No.
especially with baby
Both of you. I will decide the
Luke,
best course of action.
that just hits different, like, for him. Nice.
Prepare yourself.
Very cool. Really? I don't remember what was the gimmick for this one. Is this the one that makes you blind? Yeah. Oh, almost made a no hit around with her, damn it. Yeah. She already did that to me.
Moving a bit slow.
Ah, man.
Well, this is a fine mess.
That's a bummer. Ah. I got too cocky there.
Prepare yourself.
Ooh. No crap! Come on, get those explode, bitch. Ah, man. Oh, yes. I dropped in the round. There we go. Yeah, no more wings. I know there's one that screams Valhalla that's very annoying. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Ah! Freedom! Cursed no longer. A joyous day indeed.
Oof, this one is louder than the last.
Milady, please tell us. Why were you in this physical form? Why fight us?
I do not know. The soul of a Valkyrie cannot remain pure in a physical body. We belong in the spirit world, which is where I now go. Goodbye!
Somebody
3 out of
made it
8.
this way. Who? And why?
I wouldn't want to speculate.
You know something.
Ah, Mimir, smartest man alive. I know many things.
Ted,
Sigrun, the Queen of the Valkyries. She would have that power. The last time I saw her, she was corporeal herself. She came to visit me long after I'd been imprisoned by Odin.
Part of Vanaheim.
Well, we had history, I guess you could say.
Like, romantic history?
Ah, lad, you're making me blush, I think. Can I still blush?
first we hunt these creatures, and now we chase your former lover. We do not need this distraction.
It's more than a distraction. Father, these are Valkyries. They're the ones who keep the dead from overrunning Midgard.
Then they are terrible at their job.
It's not their fault, brother. Someone changed them. Kept them from their duty.
The Queen?
I can't say for sure, lad. We should ask more of them. If, of course, you don't mind the distraction.
Yeah, the next one's gonna be inside the mountain. By like the big elevator before the dragon. The level 4? Level 6 now. So Rick, I forgot to mention when we're talking about the release date of Ragnarok. Isn't it sad that 2022 was the last truly great year for PlayStation first party? In quality and quantity. Horizon and Ragnarok, and then if you want to like keep padding the list, Legacy of Thieves Collection for Uncharted 4, Gran Turismo 7, and The Last of Us Remake. And how did PlayStation celebrate that year? Deciding not to hold a showcase to try to Brussels that Activision was being bought. Yep, all of that was the same year, all in 2022. Uncharted Remastered was January. Horizon was February. Gran Turismo was March. And even like around then, they also had like a couple exclusives like Sequel and Ghostwire Tokyo. And then later that year in September we got Last of Us. And then in November, God of War Ragnarok. All in 1 year. For then the next year to only have Spider-Man from first party.
I mean, he knew all along that we were gods. Why come up with the story about Odin trying to follow us to Jotunheim before we get there?
KV, you are so funny. I'm literally just talking about PlayStation
I
first
suppose
party
we
and you
can't
show
rule
up.
it out.
Welcome.
But Odin's ways are subtle. And his
That's so
purposes
funny. It almost felt like as soon as I mentioned that, like I summoned you. But good to see you, my friend. Happy Monday.
Look at that. Struck down by the gods.
And that was like, and then after 2023, when Spider-Man 2 came out, that was the last vestige of the last vestige of like what a healthy quantity and quality first party lineup was. And that was a Shuhei Yoshida from the Shuhei Yoshida greenlit. And look where we are now. Sad Panda. 100%, like those were my top 1 and 2. Actually, my top 1 and 3.
Nice try.
I did give Elden Ring my number 2 that year. But if I would if I were to do my list, I would bump it down to 3.
But we're not. Tyr wasn't. Freya neither. The Aesir gods, that's who's evil. And you know what? Odin's right. We are a threat. Because we know what they are and we know we can beat them.
Well, not all of them. Not yet.
Magni did his worst, and he's dead.
Elden
Better
Ring,
than us.
bumping
And
down
they're
to
gonna
3.
be sorry they picked this fight.
Ragnarok stays at number 1. And I would bump Horizon to number 2.
Thor, blame me. Me. For what you did to Magni. My own father called me a coward.
Looks like he did more than that. Move it, or we'll pick up where he left off.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, why for me Forbidden West could never take number 1 is because I just wasn't as big a fan of the story. I like it as a game better than Zero Dawn, gameplay wise, world wise.
He should pay for what he said about Mother.
I said no.
Well, I thought Ragnarok was the best story of that year, which was easy. Not many story-based games that year besides Plague Tale, and you could even make an argument that Plague Tale could be
That's what I said.
like the better narrative of 2022 if you wanted.
What are you doing?
This is a much better knife than Mother's.
You killed against my wishes. You lost control.
Haven't you been teaching me to kill?
I've been teaching you to survive. We are gods, boy. And that makes
But I've
us a
grown
target.
to be like,
From
Forbidden
now
West
until
is
the end
way
of
too
days,
underappreciated
we're
again.
marked.
Also.
So I teach you to kill, yes. But in defense of yourself. Never
Like
as
the
an
story not
indulgence.
hitting us hard shouldn't like disqualify the other things it does well.
What's the difference?
There are consequences to killing a god!
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
Watch your tone, boy.
It still is a great narrative, KB, like especially in the second half. Yeah, you miss the like drinking wine together part. It's like it's such a great part, and all the little teases in Tyr's Bolt, or like the different pantheons. I just noticed today, the whatchamacallit, the connection to Egypt more directly. That I didn't pay attention in previous playthroughs, so I'm even noticing more stuff now.
This used to be a challenge.
Yeah, robot disassembly worked so much better in Forbidden West than Zero Dawn, and that's something the Zero Dawn
Keep your wits
remaster
about you, boy.
brought,
If
like,
Modi found us,
brought
Baldur cannot
forward.
be far.
Good. I have a few words for him too.
No, you do not. You will leave him to me.
So you can kill him. Because that's what we do to our enemies, right? Because he'd do the same to us.
I will do only what is necessary.
And I'll help.
No.
Stop!
That's right, he starts doing things
See what you get.
that I don't prompt him to. I forget to start doing that here. So I didn't really talk about the Xbox news yet, KB, but yes, we were talking about with Rick earlier. I was kind of mentioning the whole like now that we know that they're pausing a bunch of third-party deals, that's signaling to me that Day One Game Pass really is in the chopping block now. Because why would you still want to have a tier for Day Ones if you're cutting down to your first party? Why would you Why would you want to have Day One tier if you're not gonna stock yourself up on third-party deals? So I think that's kind of like on the chopping block, and it's really unfortunate. It's kind of like what you just mentioned. It's like Arsal in the chat mentioned it, that it's like it feels like the reversal of 2018. Like those acquisitions from 2018, like 4 of them are basically gonna be gone. Dude, it's like, how do you expect to be trusted? Like, you show 2 games with release windows, and you're gonna kill both of those studios. Like, and here's the thing, this is the new leadership doing that. That is like the new leadership burning their goodwill if they do that. They already burned a bunch of goodwill with the Senua announcement already. So you know what this tells me? You know how I'm seeing it? I have heard that showcases tend to be locked in very months in advance, and probably the only thing that they were able to add or edit for something that they already had locked
All I
in
wanted was the truth.
is
Where did you get your fire?
what they tacked on with Asha announcing the exclusivity of Gears. And probably what they did with
You said there were
Clockwork.
consequences to killing a god. You used the blades to kill one.
But it's like it just looks incredibly sloppy. It's like you went ahead with that showcase and you're doing this now. Like ineptitude,
hear me?
just
I heard you.
ineptitude.
And these are not subjects for discussion. Do not push me, boy.
Ah, damn it!
Fine.
I forgot to hit the
Come
Valkyrie.
here. Guess what? I know
You just
everything
don't
I
understand
need
what
to
they're
know.
doing. Me neither,
I
Rick.
have nothing
Like
else to learn.
I just don't understand. Like I do not understand like what the play is. And now it's like it's exposed, like for people that properly called this out and they insert the flowers, and you were one of those, KB, like that. The fact that she stocked up all the cheap wins to just to kind of like run the tally up. All the goodwill went out with the, oh yeah, we're now we're like, it's gonna be now a top 100 days, man. But it's like at a certain point now, like now what you're gonna do is so bad that those tiny wins are so insignificant now. And you're once again back to square one. And we're reaching the point that now it's like, at that point we cannot be blaming Phil and Sarah. Like, the only thing where we can still blame them, especially with Phil Spencer, is the fact that all these acquisitions happen because of the failed play for Game Pass. Yeah, once again, they're back to the same old boring
The
cycle.
tunnels I'm seeing in the walls
KB.
up here show signs of recent dragon activity.
We already killed that dragon.
Ah, did you then?
Can I go down? No, I
How'd that
can't.
go?
Yeah, I fucked up. Is there... Do I have autosaves? Oh yeah, there's a couple. Okay, let me see. Let's see... 3 back. Because I want to do the Valkyrie on the way. Because these are like... These Valkyries are located in such annoying spots that I don't want to make all the trek here for these. Like, I'm willing to do the one at Alfheim and at Helheim because they're not that big biomes. Let me see. Where are we? Yes! Yes! There we are. Oh, I didn't come here?
Boy.
But yeah, how about $1,000 PlayStation 6?
Come, boy.
They already announced that they don't want to eat the cost of the hardware. And I understand why they're saying that, because they ate the cost of the PS3 and that almost sent them under. But... Yep, they don't want to, like... It's you know what I take solace? Is that designs are there in the market. The PS5 sales, like, dropped precipitously. In April, especially May. The worst recorded PlayStation month, like, since 2000. Like... And them saying, oh yeah, it's selling like according to our expectations. I'm like, so your expectations is that, yeah, we're not gonna sell any of these things? Okay. Cool. I'm at least like with the solace that if competition is not gonna like hurt PlayStation, they're gonna hurt themselves. They're gonna like reach that humbling on their own. And... I'm all here for it. I said over in the SE chat, this generation truly is a race to the bottom with both of them. How much worse can it get? One does something bad, then the other one does something worse, then the other one does something bad, then the other one does it. It's like... Why can't it be like... Like, why can it be something... Like, why isn't there is like who can be better than each other? Why instead is like the opposite? It's like bottom to the bottom to the bottom. It really is an industry self-destruct. Like, I'm fascinated for next year, I tell you. So fascinated.
Are we doing this?
On my action.
Okay. Let's see if this was the Valkyrie that drove you insane, Rick.
Whatever. Looks like we're doing this.
Oh yeah, this is the one that you have to break the... Take the extra shield. Reach her. Damn it. Keep blocking. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like because to be fair, not many enemies demand a double tap, like in the normal play, so you probably were just not used. I feel Ragnarok does that better, where it demands more you exploit all those combat mechanics. That's the thing, KV, like, I know I should. I just have more fun with this. Yeah. God damn it. Fuck. There. Oh crap. Oh shit. Too fast. Oh, beautiful. Haha, yes. Watch that, Odin. Yeah, at least I didn't die. Like the last one. But I got a little too cocky.
Who did this to you?
I remember only pain.
Dude, it was so funny seeing that ad. Like in bold, not on Game Pass this year, so you better buy this thing.
Ah, secret.
Dude,
I
it's
must
like,
leave you now. I must find her. I must remember.
I think what you do, instead of like ripping the whole band-aid off, you're gonna be slowly doing it. That's how it's gonna be. I think Elder Scrolls is screw it for that service. I think that's gonna be a paid game.
Sounds like your queen is responsible, Head.
Aye. When I saw her last, she was different. Changed. And not just that she was in physical form. She was more volatile. I tried to talk to her about it, but she...
I love the Valkyrie might.
He'd just come to say goodbye. I didn't think.
I'm sorry, Mimir. We'll find her.
Not sure she wants to be found. I just don't understand why she would do this. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
And if she is responsible,
Then we'll have to stop her. The Valkyries must be freed and...
So the winged... Okay, let's see. Oh. 6 over here.
We are the only ones capable.
We.
Well, who do you think's going to watch it back?
Morocco ties in stoppage time. Holy! I gotta give it to this World Cup. There's more nail biters happening than I was expecting. Beyond like the absolute slaughterhouses that some of the early games were, like Germany 7-1 against against Curacao. And KB, I do feel KB right now, unfortunately, it being a new leadership and all of that, they really have to make, and that vase has to become really ready at accept the truth. That the previous way of doing things was just not working, and it means a lot of these pro-consumer things are just not gonna happen. So, as much as it hurts them. And I feel that became so obvious when they became so public-facing about their accountability margin. The moment they did that, that's what told me, yeah, they're being very transparent about that thing, which means that a lot of heads are about to roll. So...
Whatever.
So it's basically eat shit now with the hope you want to grow. But that's the thing, like, I don't even believe that console can even grow at this point now. Look at the price hike. So... And a $500 Series S and an $800 Series X for you to, like, buy it for Gears E-Day, that ain't gonna happen. That game looks really good. That's one of my most anticipated for this year, but that is not gonna happen. Now, like...
Son?
Like, that game has been officially sacrificed.
You think what you want? Good stuff.
And if PlayStation raises their prices, which I think they can still do, they at the very least, like, they know they have a 90 million established base already where those games can at least sell something. And so it like, at least those games can be like, hey, at the very least, they got those 90 million console users. It's not gonna grow anymore if they go higher. Dude, they were handing them out for $150. That's around the time that I got my Series X for $349. It's the only reason why I got it, because I had a Series S. I had a Series S for the majority of this, for the first half of the gen, because I was like, at least I want to get a cheap way in to play Starfield. Literally, I said that. I want a cheap way in to try to at least play Starfield on console, because this laptop that could play some Xbox games was giving me pause with some stuff. I was like, I don't think it's gonna do it. And I wanted to play the 360 backwards compatible games, so that's why I bought in. I got mine for $270 on a Walmart deal, and I paid it in the PayPal Pay in 4. That's how I got it. I thought the Series S for that price was awesome. And they were literally, they were like, buy a headset, get a Series S for $150. That's how much they were selling that thing for. The fact that they couldn't move units when it got that cheap really tells you a lot. And then as soon as I got my Series X, 2 months later, we got the dreaded business update. And I felt like a chump, I tell you. I felt like an absolute chump.
What's it gonna be this time? Check back soon.
Because I was like, okay, the slate is finally gonna start building. We finally made it through Starfield and Redfall. I don't know if you remember, Rick. 2024 is the year the Xbox is finally hitting a stride.
Oh, yeah.
That was being said.
We need a new way up.
And I bought into that hype, and I was like, I mean,
Even if we
it is true.
the next platform broke,
If I want to like experience these games, I'm gonna do it in the best system. So that's why I was like, for $349.99, I sold my Series. Well, I actually didn't sell my Series S initially. I actually owned both the X and the S for a bit. I actually sold my Series S when my PS5 original died. If you remember that, Rick, when I was reviewing Dragon Quest and my original PS5 got power surged. Then I went and sold my Series S to make the money to pay for the Slim that I ended up buying.
I've done everything you asked.
And at that point, since I already owned the X, I was like, okay, the S is going away
Where
now.
did you get your fire blades? Why did you hide them?
So in that context,
You said
knowing
there
the
are
Series S
consequences to
made it to
killing a dog.
150 at one
You
point.
used the blades
For
to kill them.
500, insanity.
Who else did you kill?
And the
Before
games are
Magma?
running worse than ever
How
on
many?
that thing now. He's finally reached that ceiling
Do you
point.
hear me?
I heard you, and these are not subjects for discussion. Do not push me, boy.
Fine. Amir, guess what? I know everything I need to know now. I have nothing else to learn.
Ah, congratulations.
It truly has been an awful generation. Like, it's really hard not to see that. It's been an awful generation with awesome games. That's kind of like the irony. It's an awful generation to have ever been a fan of any of these platform holders, but it's an awesome generation if you just like games. And that has been, like, the motto that I have
Not yet.
learned to embrace. It really feels like that, Rick. Like, it's so hard to refute that. It's like, it just feels like actual self-sabotage. Like, what is the thought process like? Like, why do they always keep dropping all the bad news? Like, literally as soon as Sony does it. Like, is the ethos like, okay, the bad news is happening, like, let's drop them now, so that, people are gonna be still thinking about the bad news from them, they're not gonna look at us, and then they drop those bad news, and those bad news are even worse than whatever Sony's doing, so they would never let Sony have, like, a cycle of bad news. That would make them think, like, they need to change or anything. So... It's so funny because I listened to the BGC podcast, and they were literally, like, apparently that has become an in-joke in news media. Apparently they have a Slack that as soon as a bad PlayStation news hit, they literally hit their Slack and be like, they make the joke, battle lines racing, like, Xbox drawing the battle lines, the bad news are about to hit, and lo and behold. And they said that on when the Bungie news hit, and an hour later we got the price hike. Like clockwork, that is how it's been happening. It's insane that that's how it's happened this generation. Yeah, I would say like the PS5 definitely like looking at it holistically just as a machine to play games. I like it a lot.
We already killed that dragon.
Oh, did you then? Well, how'd that go?
And it's also the only way to really enjoy the PS5 is thinking about it as a PC and not a PlayStation. Like, it's a great machine that just doesn't feel special.
What does this say?
For the things that
It
used to make
says,
this machine
"Don't
special.
wake him." Whatever.
And I know people are gonna say that's fanboyish, these were always devices and blah blah blah. That's not how the PS4 was. The PS4 had a great ethos. It had a great library. It had great people running it. We had a great roadmap of content. And at least early on, it was a machine that knew to pack the content with, like, the small stuff to complement the big stuff in between. Say your theory, Rick. I saw Todd's post and I'm trying to remember exactly what he said because it was around the catastrophizing that we were talking about. You think both Sony and Microsoft marketing the PS5 and Series X as 60 FPS consoles absolutely killed them. It prevented any actual advancement because players now expect everything to be 60 FPS. And the truth is they're only halfway there to being a 60 FPS device. I can see it in some way. I still am of the mind that that was always the natural like progression point of things. Especially based on where we are with visuals, where visuals have not really improved. So like there's a lot of stuff that are still like being like we really hit a visual ceiling end of PS4 era, so it kind of makes sense why that would become the selling point. The thing is that they tried selling the ray tracing was something that they started selling. It really does look super clean. I have to give it to Ubisoft because eventually, especially with PSSR 2, if you go to Shadows, that thing looks clean. Like, those things are looking clean. And Ubisoft games were some of the worst like, they had some of the worst PS5 Pro support, and they have actually fixed that. Yeah, they both actually overpromised what these consoles were actually capable of delivering. In a way, I half agree with that, Rick, because it's like, unstable as some may be, the machines are able to hit 60. And some people are able to, like, take an unstable 60 over a locked 60. That's not a problem. And that is something that I have noticed, that if your game can at least hold above 45 frames, 60 is okay as a performance mode for them. I know there's a lot of people that it has to be 60. If not, it's like it hurts their eyes. I know you're one of them. As long as I get extra response, I didn't mind hitting a 60 frames mode. Then the problem was that because there was the problem of ray tracing, that started showing the weakness of the consoles there. That it's like it was one or the other. And I know that was kind of like what the Pro was trying to mitigate, of finally delivering on that promise of the inconsistent frame pacing drives you nuts. Like, and it does for some people. Like, there are times where I see that as kind of like, I'll still take the smoothness over like the better play experience over the sluggishness of 30, to the point that I really can't go back to 30. Like, it's so tough for me to go back to 30 FPS games. Like, to the point that, like, when I was replaying Watch Dogs earlier, like a couple months ago, I literally took the shittier looking version that was the Xbox One version of that game that runs at 720p, and I didn't mind it because it was actually running at 60, whereas the 900p PS4 version is locked at 30, and I'm like, I'd rather it look worse if it can run faster. Like that's how much I value now the faster response time of things, even if it's not a perfect 60.
Boy.
Like I saw it a lot, even with like we were to switch to like Bayonetta 3. That game ran horribly and looked horrible on Switch 1, on Switch 2. Now that it's gotten closer to like a full 60, even if it's not locked, it's so much better for me. Yeah, if you remain at like, and that's the thing, like 30 is fine after you play for a little bit, and you stay there. And if it's a locked 30, which a locked 30 is actually has been more common than that people give it credit for. Like Rebirth was a locked 30 at launch. Like your eyes just get used to it. So it is possible. To me, it's still insane that they got the data that more people were using performance modes than graphics modes. Especially after we had heard from a developer it was the other, like the other way around. But they show the data. They showed that data at the Mark Cerny post Power Hour they did after the launch of the PS. After the launch of the PS5 Pro. But the problem with doing 60 now, it's like there is kind of like a ceiling that is a little harder to overcome because it really requires trade-offs. Monster Sabian ET by Netherlands. Ooh, nice. What's the scoreboard? Like, what is the score right now? Since I don't have my score open. What? Holy crap. Oh, man. That is a game. That is a game. Heck yeah. And there's stakes for that game. This is why that's what I love the most about like these games, not from the World Cup, because like the stakes are high. Mythic War of Bell Clarity. So they're similarly. Nah, I'm staying with my other one. But the focus on 60, Rick, is I feel why now, like, since we've hit that generational ceiling, it's why generations are just gonna feel so less impressive now, I feel. And that's gonna remain for a while. When they focus on SSDs, I felt that was the... with the idea of, like, the quicker load times and all that, I feel there's been a couple times that, when properly used, that was the generational leap. Unfortunately, now from what I heard, that's also the reason why the consoles are getting more expensive, because even the SSDs have like gotten expensive now. Especially because they're using tiny SSDs within like the motherboards instead of like the NVMe's. So I certainly can't deny that I like the faster load times that SSDs have provided in certain spots. The thing that was oversold is the fact that design, how the SSD was supposed to improve the design of things, and I feel that was the one fallacy of the selling of the PS5 Pro that then couldn't happen when we got that extended cross-gen period. And I feel that is why a lot of people were bitching and moaning about trying to like undercut Ragnarok and Forbidden West being great games because they were cross-gen.
Whatever.
And I do feel that was a little bit, that's the area where that was a shooting yourself in the foot for having sold it that way. instead of a more traditional, like, this is a more powerful machine that's gonna run your things better and faster. Like, the fact that God of War Loveface still has the AAA squeeze, the crevice crawling, at this point that's just design language that developers are just gonna keep using. We Believe in Generations was probably the worst one of all of those. Like 100% the worst from the PR blunders. If you were always gonna be like making a because making a PS4 SKU wasn't just a file save as. It's like you knew you were making a PS4 version, like when you were saying
Guess
that.
I'll stop what I'm busy with now.
Yeah, it's literally they're equally powerful. Like Belt of Clarity. Can I buy the wrist armor still? No, I can't. So
I'm glad my expensive tools and stuff can help.
yeah, to me, like the most insane thing, Rick, was remember the teraflop gate. The Series X has more teraflops. They're gonna like win the. Now it's like that's the de facto place to play your third-party games. That was actually very. I have to say that is very shrewd from Sony to have said that. It's like the teraflops don't say everything, and the fact that most of this generation, the base PS5 was actually outperforming the Series X was, considering the numbers in display, was actually kind of insane. It was rare for the Series X to be the version to play. Like, that was like, that the numbers would have suggested this was gonna be like the place to default for third-party stuff.
Don't need me anymore, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, I think it was Jason Schreier around the time of the, when Sony did the Mark Cerny Power Hour, revealing the PS5 SSD and all that, when they did that talk about, like, the SSD is gonna help fix design, like, you won't have to do the AAA squeezes and all of that. That Jason Schreier mentioned that one thing he lamented that wasn't mentioned in that like in that Power Hour was the fact that developers had told Jason Schreier that they were the most excited to develop for the PS5 because Sony had made like strides to really fix their development tools. Like, and that wasn't mentioned at all in that presentation. And it's so funny that we now understand what Schreier meant, because the dev tools allow them to like squeeze better performance out of the base PS5 than the Series X. That in select parts, the only thing the Series X would sometimes do better is that because it technically does have a stronger CPU. Like, legit, it does have a stronger CPU than the PS5. If you build towards that, and I could believe there's a scenario where the Series X version actually runs better than the base PS5 version. I'm gonna go grab a cookie. Give me a moment. And I do feel, Rick, I don't know if you would agree with me with this, that seeing Gears of War E-Day really shows that if we have heard that the dev tools the Xbox Series X used were not the most friendly. If they had actually done a much better tool base, we would have gotten a like the fact that it had the numbers to its side would have actually like shown up in most games if they had actually like developers could have had an easier use of the machine to really produce great results. Because E-Day looks better for me than Wolverine. Exactly. Power means nothing if the developers can use it. It's insane that Xbox didn't think of that, considering like they really never wanted to lose the power narrative. Instead, once again, we're proving that Mark Cerny was a genius. Yep, we're not trying to follow up by not doing a pro machine again. By saying your Series X was your pro machine already. The one thing that I'm really curious, because even more so as that said it, that the fact that RDNA machines 2.0 could get FSR 4 like retroactively could actually help the Series X like actually be now like definitively better than the base PS5. Exactly, Rick. The only thing that would convince me that that could actually work retroactively is an extension of the support to the already like released machines, where kind of like what people are saying, that if they are so hell bent on they need to release Helix and the PS6 next year, but that means that how they circumvent that is that the support for PS5 and Series X as the base machine kind of continues. Maybe in the long run, that's what gives the edge to the Series X over the base PS5. Now being able to that, now that it's going to be extended, and since that's going to be baked in, that's where the developers may have use of that now. So that could eventually give the edge to the Series X, and that would have been an edge if they had not raised the price. But we know how that went. But I do see the RDNA thing that could give the Series X like more of a leash on life, just as a base machine that people could have gotten from that side, if Helix is just too expensive. Because PS5 doesn't have RDNA. Or like the actual RDNA 2 architecture. I listened to that episode, KB, and it was funny hearing it that he gets it from both sides. Exactly, Rick, and that's kind of like where the advantage and disadvantage of Sony actually doing a Pro device kind of comes in, because the base PS5 wasn't built for like machine learning. It just wasn't. Remember, it was a system that was built that at its base model without this was supposed to be just $400 because it was gonna be like a powerful, efficient, cheap way for people to play games. I 100% remember, KB, that. When the battle were the spreadsheets comparing both machines, it was insufferable, and then it became funny when then we got the Digital Foundry like visual comparisons, and then I was like, so where's your RDNA 2? Like where is your RDNA 2? Why is the PS5 version running better? Legit, Rick. Mark Cerny said that. That's the whole point that they did a Pro, because they're baking this into PSX. They were using the Pro as a test bed to beta test. Yeah, he said it. He said it around the time where he announced Project Amethyst with AMD, which is where FSR4 kind of came from. Through that collaboration, they said that they were wanting that collaboration to be like how they evolved PSSR, and the PS5 Pro was gonna be that test bed for them to evolve that technology. And it has bore fruit, because now a lot of PC players that use AMD stuff get that benefit now. It's like, and we get the benefit too, because like what they learned, PSSR 2.0 is amazing. A lot of the PSSR 2.0 is baked like with what's in there for FSR 4. Yeah, Amethyst was just kind of like a collaboration that could rise the tide for both of them, to be like, how can we prove what we already had? Let's use each of our knowledge and expertise. And also, to be fair to you, Rick, that was around the time where PlayStation PR had gotten so bad that you didn't want to believe them either. So. And why would you? One second, I'm gonna go grab something else too, because I didn't have dinner. And I'm back. Whew. Yeah. He said Sony couldn't go into the next generation without PSSR being in its infancy. I would agree. Like, I remember when he said that, and it makes sense because just um, imagine if the PS6 had launched with year one PSSR. Can you imagine that? That would have been a massive faceplant. That would have been hilarious to see. By the way, KB, I pulled a U and got some cereal. On top of I had a little bit of dinner that they had cooked for me, so I just gargled it. Could you imagine? But it's like, you know, I put in chatting more. Like, we've been chatting since we're chatting right now. But yeah, it's like with like the piss look, the like inconsistent like image quality and all of that. It's like I understand why they wanted to do something that was theirs, especially if they have someone like Mark Cerny that is so technology minded and Sony so proprietary for good and ill. Remember the cell processor? But the problem of doing proprietary stuff is that sometimes like the already available solutions tends to be the best solutions. As like what you're saying, Rick, the whatchamacallit, Nvidia. Nintendo was so shrewd going with Nvidia because we know DLSS works. And DLSS is so baked into so much of like the development pipeline and already has different levels that when you look at like understanding, like for example, Resident Evil Requiem runs at like DLSS low or something. I remember reading watching the Digital Foundry thing off it and understanding that that's something that you can already do on PC and that's already kind of baked into like what Nintendo's doing was super smart because it's like they're already like enjoying relatively good image quality for their lower stuff. And I understand why Sony wouldn't want to do that because they already had that partnership with AMD. AMD does their chips. And if they move away from AMD stuff, they risk backwards compatibility. And backwards compatibility is something that they can't and ever go back from because backwards compatibility is the reason why they were able to win this generation just on the inertia of keeping the people they build their libraries with PS4. If PS5 didn't nail backwards compatibility, they would have lost a lot. Like, easy. People buy a Switch version knowing it's going to look worse than PSX when you can get it like 80% of the way they're going. And that's kind of like the brilliant stuff. The 80% there is actually good enough now. Whereas before with the Switch 1, it was so bad. Like, literally. All of that looked so bad before that it was like, I wouldn't want to play this. But jumping from 30% there to 80% there. Literally. And now they're selling at the price that the other competitors like launched at. And they look so good now. In front of everyone. They are the like recommended machine to get. What you want is just to get in to play games. And now you get Nintendo's exclusives and a bunch of the big third-party stuff. Even Call of Duty is going to be there now. Think about that. It's going to be the shittiest version of Call of Duty. No doubt in my mind. And yes, I know the Series S exists, but who's buying an Xbox? I do 100% believe that the idea of having Call of Duty in a portable, like the full-fledged thing, that is going to be like now this holiday very consequential. Like very, very consequential. More than many people realize. And it's really insane to think that Nintendo was like, they had to. I know you make fun of them for doing dumb stuff. I do too, Rick. But it really is funny that the one time that they played it smart in the few things, like that is that may have just won them a generation right now. Penalties? Oh man. And ultimately, it is and always will be about the right price and the right value for consumers. The calamitous collapse of the like literally the calamitous collapse of the PS5 sales over the last 2 months, like at the peak of them having a strong library, all the games coming out this year and all of that, really goes to show you is like there is a ceiling for the mainstream.
Don't
It
worry
really
about
is.
We're focused.
You go above 500, say goodbye to the mainstream. No two ways about it. If they can somehow get Take-Two to release an even decent version of GTA 6 on Switch 2, it's so over. Yeah. Because just imagine how powerful that would be of like a GTA on the go. And I really do think that Sony's thought process and all this is the fact that they do feel that Grand Theft Auto, that's why they're treating Grand Theft Auto like it's their own game. It's hilarious. Yeah, they're giving it like the royal treatment, where if you go to like the PS Store, it has like an animation that you never see from any game that they've ever sold. They probably think that a lot of people that didn't buy in before are absolutely going to flood the cash for GTA.
Boy, the room.
And that may be true. They'll be like really, absolutely freaking pushing their luck if they dare raise that price from here to November.
Carve along that. Wow. Yo9. We made it.
beautiful, isn't it? Why, I remember once... Brother, look out!
Miss me?
Run, boy! Cross the bridge!
No! I'm a god too! I can do this! Get off him!
Really? Walter, let him go! Take me instead! I'll do whatever you... Shut up! All this time, I thought I needed you! But you're just weak. Turns out, the boy is the brains.
No! You broke the gate! That was our only way to Jotunheim!
Stupid son of a bitch!
Get out of here, boy.
Yes, by all means, Junior, run away. Let Daddy do all the heavy lifting for you.
Ah! Let go!
Calm down, boy. You are not ready for this.
I am ready!
Boy,
And here I thought my family was fucked up. Oh, you're
Stupid
far
kid.
from right, boy. You are far from ready. Now would you be so kind as to hold this for me? Thank you.
Atreus!
Exactly. It's actually really funny thinking about it that way. Because a lot of those secrets were there in Jotunheim.
You know when to give up.
Stay away from my son!
Weak. You won't stop me. I will break you.
I would certainly say I feel like though the scale of Ragnarok is more epic, I feel 2018 takes advantage of the one-shot camera better to create like epicness. In that I remember more like this specific moments than I do a lot of Ragnarok stuff. Even though I know Ragnarok is like a bigger game.
Hey, I asked you a question.
And I feel that has to do with the fact that the one-shot camera was Corey's idea, and
when the bridge
Corey
opens
studied the
before
one-shot
we
camera
must
like
come crashing
art
down
with
on
with George Miller.
It's over.
Whereas Eric Williams just wanted to continue the one-shot stuff. Like,
So be it.
it felt like someone trying to like do like a cover band of the previous one and not quite getting there, and also the kind of story you told
No!
just doesn't work as well with the one-shot. Feels more gimmicky in Ragnarok compared to this. That
You know I will. What did you
That's why I had hope that they had moved on from that gimmick in Ragnarok and try to do something like just slightly different while still remaining kind of like in the style. Or at least understanding that there is purpose, kind of like you were saying.
Boy.
Like, it's like,
I'm here.
Stay still.
like there's a purpose in film for continuous one-track shots. There's purpose in film
Are
in
you
quick
gonna help
cuts.
me?
You will listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out of control. This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late. This discussion is far from over. We are
Ooh,
here
yeah, it's one of the
to
greatest
boy.
one-shots in cinema history.
Never forget that.
I know a lot of people say Children of Men, the 2006 film, that's a really iconic like one-shot too. I feel that movie is very up its own ass, but I would agree with the one-shot track in that in that movie.
Wow, it's cold. This is hell?
Not just hell. Worst place in hell you could have put us.
I see a ship.
Yeah,
Just
Children of
there.
Men has like this
It only takes us halfway
one-shot
to
track.
Pierce Temple, but at
There's a
least it gets us
scene
far from here.
that they're in a car,
1,000 mortal
and it's a
lifetimes, the
one-shot.
Bridge Keeper kept the living out of this place. But now that you've ripped his heart out, here we are. Funny how it all comes around.
Hey, for what he said about mother.
It's an old film at this point, so
Wasn't me.
nobody can hit the net. They're all so nervous. Oh man, amazing. What are the games tomorrow? And you can see if they're worth tuning in. Did I put the pommel? Yes, I did. Okay.
Was me. But we're gods. We can do whatever we want.
Turn away, boy.
That's what I said to your mother right before I gave it to her.
It wasn't me. I couldn't have done that.
Do not dwell on those thoughts. Not here.
Yeah,
We must keep moving.
yeah.
Ed, what was that?
Not just the old and sick come to Helheim. so do the criminals. Hell must not draw a distinction between us and those whom these visions are meant to torture.
How do we stop it?
Escape hell as soon as possible.
I'm not gonna
3
let
minutes. What?
Like you said, Mimir. It was
Morocco
just
won?
That wasn't me.
Dude.
But it is who you have become of late.
Look, I know I gotta say.
One would say with 2 or misses, man. That's
I will get us out.
holy.
You will follow orders.
But maybe that's not one.
It had better be. Now let me focus.
That's wild. Dude, today Germany, Japan, and Netherlands.
I don't mean to hurry you, but faster?
Let me think.
Exactly, yeah, it's like a... I mean, I'm talking about the ones that are out. Like... And Germany lost to Paraguay, right? Because I was playing the review game that I can talk about that, you know, when that game was happening. Because I did see the Brazil one. Ivory Coast versus Norway, France, Sweden, and Mexico. Oh, okay. If the France and Mexico game are for sure the ones that I want to keep an eye on. Yep, the next closest team to me, literally. And our eternal rivals too. El Salvador hates Mexico. Hates Mexico with a passion. With a passion of 1,000 bitches. Like... You have no idea how much we hate Mexico when it comes to soccer. Yeah, it's like it's equally, it's just as equally as disdainful. The disdain is mutual. But the disdain is even stronger on our side because we suck as a country in football.
I see Baldur up ahead.
Big reveal.
No, I would never
Stay out of sight.
Listen.
You had no right.
I had every right. I am your mother.
You had no right, Witch. I can't taste. I can't
So let's
smell,
make
I can't
bets.
even feel the trips. This
What are your 3 that pass tomorrow?
feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
You will never
Gone.
feel pain again. Death has no power over you now. You would rather die?
Never feel again? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking at tomorrow's like teams and I'm like, it seems kind of rough like to bet like, and how the World Cup is going right now is like,
In time.
it's gonna get even tougher to try to like bet it on someone.
Come on. No. Yeah. I won't. Come on.
Yeah, it's always freaking Highland. Oh man.
I promise, trust me, I know how to...
Can't fix it.
Do it! Do it! Come on!
You'll go Norway? Awesome.
I never want to see you again. Never.
Do you see a Norway jerseys have Nordic rune? Oh, okay. I didn't. Now I kind of want them to win since I'm playing this.
Why did
Like-
you keep this from us, Head?
Would you believe it slipped my mind?
I would not.
I'm at a loss. I assure you have no reason to keep such a thing a secret.
There's the boat. We will speak more of this soon.
Yeah, I love Nordic runes, like the Nordic rune signs so much. Like, they're so cool. It's such a cool font. Solid Svartalheim steel, symbol of tenacity.
Such chaos. I will have much to do after I kill you.
I remember hearing that
Who
voice
is
and be
that?
like,
We must hurry.
voice of Zeus. So iconic. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Rick. It was fun. So, let's see how like the games are tomorrow. So, catch you there in the Discords, in our fellow support groups. If you know, you know. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna finish Hell, and then I will beat. I'll probably beat the game tomorrow. So. Because I have to go back to the review game too. So. Oh, that's right. That's where this thing was. Going to... Going this way. Oh, come on. Oh well. Lol. I forgot you could do that. What up, Matt? Welcome. Let me guess, are you just finishing watching the World Cup? There they are. That chest. Horn meats. Let's get going. Just finished watching a show with Shannon. People trying to survive in Alaska in a competition against each other. Went to massage and stole sleeping bags for... Okay, that's amazing. That's quite the strategy. This tradition to how in a cold tundra... Yeah, to God of War in a cold tundra, it's actually really funny. They tended like you did. In the realm of Helheim again.
Give me space to work.
Let me help. What can I do?
You have done enough.
Yeah, it took us back to hell for your security, kid. So the very beginning started a little rough with, again, internet problems, and then it stabilized really well, and it's been going really well. So we're making progress. We're 3/4 of the way through the game. So
Great. Just
I'm gonna finish this section, and then I think I might call it because I have to go back to review games.
Waterfall, which sadly we have down.
Wink, wink.
That means even if we get there intact, we'd still need to sail up a waterfall somehow.
The Vanir built the greatest ship that ever was, and it can fly.
Skiflothnir? Yeah, because it was designed to fly.
Yeah.
This was not.
And I love that the weapons work so well next to the great new weapon they gave him in the axe.
And perhaps the biggest iceberg I've ever seen.
At least the fire's making heat. What now?
Push this.
Chopping it? So now the sails are loose?
Just watch.
You're doing science, kid.
You got that they're going to
Yeah,
slow down?
Butch4969 is my friend Rick Davis.
We're floating. The heat from the fires. We're actually floating. And we're stuck.
Not for long. Stay with the boat.
From the Spreading the Nerd podcast, and also one of my other two co-hosts from when I was still doing the podcast, besides Paul. Imagine they're all... I do... Ooh. Didn't realize I had that. All of this. And get all the gold. Makes me sprint speed. And here's all burn damage since I'm doing the blade. Then can we go higher? Perk activation chance to protect on any successful. Yeah, I'll keep that. Yeah, I'll do Eye of Fury here.
Wait for me there.
Frick is freezing me. Oh, it's one of those.
We need to talk, brother. You realize it's over, don't you? Even if we make it back to Midgard, you and Baldur destroyed the only gate to Jotunheim. We are out of options. And that boy up there, he's in 9 kinds of pain. His head's turned so far around.
Atreus is not your concern.
Well, he might become everyone's concern if you don't do something. You don't have to be the smartest man in the world to see that.
Just hoping to get on the stream early, but too far to get the kids down for bed. And but yeah, don't worry, man. Like, that's kind of like the double-edged sword of when I start the streams now, because it's like, for some they're just getting free and it's still early. And for some you're still in, especially for the fathers.
I can help.
Together now.
You're in that like, gotta put the kids to bed. So.
We did it. We're free. We are going to get out of here.
Grace me, Father. It is time to end this.
Yes, my son. It is time.
No.
It's that voice again. Do you know who that is?
I do not know.
Oh, man.
Hold on!
It's actually not. I think his name is Corey Burton, but he sounds so similar to Count Dooku. Like, Christopher Lee was 4 years dead at this point, I think. I don't remember when exactly he passed away. does Resident Evil have a game that you like more than the God of War game? I would say Resident Evil 4 I like more than the Greek trilogy of God of War, for sure. They're not putting putting the series together. I'm like, what makes this combat so satisfying is that it's so immediate. Like, there's no delay. Everything that you see that I'm doing, I'm in full control with. And it's something that once you get your hands on it, you feel it. That's what makes the combat so good in a God of War game. The games just feel right. And what's interesting is that, like, that was an ethos of the series all the way back in 2005 with the originals, with the Greek era.
This speed and those fires
and when they went to something more grounded, more like higher fidelity, close camera like this one, you wouldn't have expected that that ethos would have carried over. I wonder if someone has made a stupid video about a video game NPC for realistic dance or friendly fire. Someone has gotta have done something because that feels like that would make an awesome video. Can I change? Get back here. Okay, let's get this one. Split. Oh crap. Oh no. Gotta turn that other on. Get away from my boat! we get her? Ah, damn it. Get out of here. There's the Crow of the Dead. The biggest rise of any AC game is a modern day shit. It's a pace breaker and it's boring. IMO. I want to play as an assassin, not some dorky goofy ass halfling second. So I'm of two minds, KB, with that because I was a fan of the modern day stuff in the early games. So 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3. Because I did like the idea of it being a Matrix style like dual narrative that what was happening in the past was informing the future. The problem is that once it got away from what you were doing in the past was teaching your character from the future how to be an assassin, the future stuff like became very that's where I would agree with it being a pace breaker and boring because it had no direction like whatsoever. But to me, it's like that was what made the series cooler beyond just being a historical tourism simulator with an assassin. But not to be fair, there's a lot of people that are kind of like in your camp, and Ubisoft kind of like equates more towards the people like you because they knew they wanted to have an ongoing series. And I feel like Assassin's Creed as a series couldn't be like an endless series without how can I say this, like if it was still anchored to the original like conceit, which was living through the ancestors of the one guy that's learning how to be an assassin in the future. So in the end, capitalism won there. So what's funny is that the Isu is the name that they basically gave to the first civilization, and I still trying to remember when exactly that terminology started. Oh, the throne was... What about capitalism? That the capitalism of Ubisoft wanting Assassin's Creed to be an endless series meant that it couldn't exist with like the original conceit of being a game based around a single character living through the ancestors. And since a lot of people hated Desmond, those people won. Get out of here. Made it to the bridge.
It is time, my son. Look around at what you have done.
Love this. And the recreation of the first person, like beating the crap out of Zeus from 3.
Come on, we gotta go!
You saw.
There's no time, look! I have a plan! Jump!
That was your plan? You're both cracked!
Secret
We
chamber.
are leaving this realm. Now.
As long as we didn't wreck our way back. I think this is where Odin brought all his best clues about Jotunheim.
Indeed. Wait, they delayed Ratatan? Come on. Man, they had a perfect release in July. Man, that really sucks. Man. Yeah, I don't know how that game survives now. Let's just be real. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, look, at least it's October, but it's still like September and October are majorly screwed when it comes to like all these release dates. Like, majorly screwed. And I was just talking about Ratatan last week. Like when I was reading like the release dates.
What is this place?
This is Odin's. I'd recognize his atrocious taste anywhere.
Look at that! It's the missing panel about Tyr.
There it is, the 4 deities.
Odin must have stolen it.
Or the 4 like pantheons.
He always has his reasons. Might I have a look? Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
I haven't the foggiest. Isn't that unexpected?
Head.
Look, clearly that's Tyr. Traveling somehow. Perhaps magically. But what's that to do with the giants that they should devote a
Yeah.
shrine to it?
I was so
I'm
sad
afraid
that Onimusha,
is
like
none
I
too clear.
What are those runes in the corners?
Not
I just
runes.
finished watching this.
Symbols from different lands. They mean...
War.
Aye.
How do you...
This one I know too well.
Or symbols of the other pantheons.
His eyes. They are jewels. Like yours.
No doubt signifying the gift of sight the giants granted us. Give me a closer look. Interesting. Very plans, concealed by Tyr so none could access but him. And those few others the giants trusted. And right under Odin's nose, ho ho ho! I did promise I'd get you to Jotunheim.
What do you mean, Head? You said we were out of options.
Don't you see, brother? Odin never gave up hope, and neither should we. He knew there was a clue in here, but we're the ones who found it. These plans are for a key to some chamber Tyr's kept hidden. I don't know where it's leading or what we'll find, but it's a path.
How do we make this key?
I suggest we ask a dwarf.
Yeah,
That symbol on the temple door. It's a bunch of runes together. Peace, unity, hope, other things too.
Tyr's own design. He made this door himself.
what I was gonna say, I was bummed when I saw the Capcom Presents and saw that Onimusha didn't get moved up like it was suggested it would. Now, to be fair, Pragmata, with a month to go, moved up its release date, so maybe we'll hear something in July. To me, it would be crazy that they had a Capcom Direct and they wouldn't announce it there when they had people watching. But it could still happen, KB. Like literally, Pragmata was so close when they moved it up. So I hope smarter. I hope smarter heads prevail when they see that. Whenever they see that.
Boy.
The crowded release game.
Go on.
Oh.
When you saw.
I didn't see anything.
You did not see me with someone. An old man.
What old man? Can we go?
I love that.
Very well.
You could tell Atreus' lies in his eyes. This is right here.
Let's get back to Midgard and see about making that key. Where's that dwarf?
Over here. Oh, I can't. And I wish I wanted to kill the Valkyrie. Since I was already here. Oh well. But I also feel the same way, KB, that Onimusha being in the release date it is, unless I get lucky and I get a chance to review it, it's not gonna happen that week. Because I'm more excited for Control. Though Control has the early access on PS5, like 2 days early, maybe I could like blast through much earlier.
Baldur is
But
the son of Freya?
He is! It's shocking every time I hear it, and yet obviously I know it. When I think about Baldur and Freya...
Mimir?
Yes, lad?
Freya.
How's that, brother?
Ed, tell me Baldur's vulnerability.
Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Wait, what is happening?
He is bewitched not to speak of what he knows.
I am? I am! Oh, that's it precisely. I wonder how long that's been so. Since she had my head at her mercy. Back when I figured out Baldur's weakness.
Mimir,
Yes, lad?
you just said you figured out Baldur's weakness.
Did I? But Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Enough. This means there is a way. If he troubles us again, we will find it. Can you make it?
Is it a weapon? Armor? Or likewise an instrument of war, of which I'm a master at shaping? No? Then forget it. Even if I wanted to make such an
Actually, I'm actually
insignificant
very
dugong,
close to
I'm
the
liable to
end.
chink my tools working on something so delicate and ladylike.
Then shingle it. Pattern weld the item with scap slag. Keep the layers thin.
yeah,
Alternate
because
the
there's
overlay.
the
Okay, smart
Tears thing down there, then you
And
do
where do
the
you
way-based
propose to
thing,
find
and then
a
you go
lump of
inside the
quality
snake.
scab slag?
So
Last time I saw one, I could still get rigid down south. Shut your mouth. Is that... Where did you...
I had to get my hands dirty.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's do this.
What? You? You're fine with working on something that's not a weapon?
Oh, hell, why not? What? I can grow too.
Oh, watch the spine. Keep your wrist loose.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up. You gonna temper that steel longer?
You don't need to. I triple quenched it with
but I think I'll do that
charcoal.
tomorrow.
See, how inventive and sanitary. You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
No, it's not. There.
Here it is.
Nope. Don't forget this. Oh, quit your grinning. It's downright unsettling.
It's just nice to see you together. But now the rune on your brand looks different.
Yeah, price of reforging something what broke.
I knew it. You two love each other.
Oh, cut it out, Princess. You're gonna get me all weak.
I like the new one better. Don't you?
We have work to do.
Yeah, this feels different knowing what happens in the sequel.
No. What's got you all bumfuzzled over there? Get going. Let's get you squared away then. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those. What'll it be, Shorty? You think what you want?
Yeah, it's better. 4 arrows. I got all the upgrades for Muspelheim and Niflheim.
Be too careful now.
Gauntlets of the True Warrior.
I'm sure that'll keep you out of trouble.
Cool.
See you next, where's I see you.
Yeah, that sucks. Tears gauntlets are technically better.
Now we just need to figure out what door this key opens. It has to be somewhere around the temple.
And there you have it. That is today's stream of God of War 2018, my revisit. Nearing the end now, so by the time that I stream this next, I am definitely gonna finish it. So I can obviously roll credits real quick, and then there's obviously a few things that can still be done, like the Muspelheim challenges, the Niflheim challenges, the Valkyries, and all of that. I would love to do the Valkyries on stream, but right now, kind of like between a rock and a hard place with this other game that I mentioned early in the stream that I was given that code for the Adventures of Elliot. I need to play it. I need to do content for it. Per the agreement with Square Enix's PR. And I'm doing that other review that I can talk about yet until next week. So my hope is that I'm able to finish that review game soon. So what's on the docket after God of War? So initially, it was gonna be God of War Ragnarok. After I'm done with God of War, I may do my Adventures of Elliot. Gonna try out, get a feel how that feels for stream. If I'm not feeling it when I'm playing it like on stream, if that feels more like a game to do, then Ragnarok would be like the next thing. But when I finish Ragnarok, when I finish 2018, I will try Elliot, and then from there, like it will be Ragnarok after, because I kind of want to get through a bunch of these. And on July 6th, the review game I will be able to stream. You'll see what it is when we get there. So besides those who know, wink wink. But yep, that's it for today. I will be back tomorrow. Let's see if I'm able to go live early again, and let's see if the internet actually behaves at the beginning, because that was that was very problematic initially. But this was fun, always fun. I'm glad that I was able to stream again after taking 3 days of rest. The vertigo did subside, thankfully. I had to do like a couple exercises here in the bed to get that to work. And until tomorrow, I'll see you until the next one. Peace out. Have a great night.